Ladies and gentlemen, the program will begin in just a few minutes. If you'll find your seats, please start finding your seats, and we will begin very shortly. When the students come out, we'd like everyone to be seated so we can focus all the attention and the grandeur on our graduates. Thank you for your cooperation.
Good evening, class of 2024. Today is graduation day, and we couldn't be more proud of you. My name is Sofia Peña, and I'm a member of the McAllen ISD Board of Trustees. It's an important day for you today, and it's an important day for your parents. You're graduating, and you're moving on to bigger and better things. I can't wait to hear about all the success stories coming from the class of 2024. Again, congratulations, do good things, and make good choices.
Congratulations, class of 2024. Your hard work, dedication, and perseverance have brought you to this pivotal moment in your lives. As you stand on the threshold of the next chapter, remember to cherish the memories you've created, the friendships you've forged, and the lessons you've learned. Each challenge has prepared you for the journey ahead. Follow your passions, embrace the opportunities that await, and continue to strive for excellence in all that you do. The world is yours to explore and shape. We're immensely proud of you and cannot wait to see the incredible impact you will undoubtedly have on the world. Congratulations, grads.
Congratulations, graduates. With the support of everybody here at home, your teachers, classmates, and your friends, you did it. So with all the ups and downs, there should be no doubt that you can do hard things. So go out there and live your dreams. And when that doubt does seem to creep into your heart and into your mind, you're going to have a choice. The choice to give in to that doubt or the choice to rise up. And after today, I have no doubt that you are ready. At McAllen ISD, you were built for greatness. So go and get them, and always remember where you came from.
As a member of the Board of Trustees, I extend my deepest gratitude to you for entrusting your children's education to our district. Today, as we celebrate the graduation of our students, I'm struck by the density of joy in this room. It's a testament to the hard work and dedication of both students and teachers. Rest assured, your children are fully prepared to face the world, whether they choose to pursue higher education or embark on their career paths. We are proud to have provided them with an incredible education. Congratulations.
Hello, McAllen ISD graduates, family, employees, and friends. I'm Lizzie Kittleman, and it is my great honor to congratulate you on this significant achievement. This moment in time symbolizes hard work, dedication, collaboration, and creativity. On behalf of the McAllen ISD Board of Trustees, we want to congratulate you on this tremendous milestone. To families and loved ones of the graduates, thank you for trusting your child with us for all these years. To the graduates, your years at McAllen ISD have set the foundation for your next great adventure. We wish you all the best.
Class of 2024, big congratulations to all of you on graduating today. Your hard work, dedication, and resilience have brought you to this moment. To all the parents and families, thank you for being there every step of the way. Your support and dedication means everything. Graduates, this is just the start of your awesome journey. We're super proud of you. Congratulations.
Hello everyone, this is Dr. Rene Gutierrez, Superintendent of Schools for the McAllen Independent School District. Congratulations to all our McAllen Independent School District 2024 senior class. As you begin a new journey in your life, remember to embrace challenges, explore opportunities, and make all of your dreams come true. Our McAllen ISD teachers and staff have prepared you to be college and career ready. So go out there and make a difference in the world. Best of luck, senior class of 2024. Hola, les habla el Superintendente de Escuelas del Distrito Escolar de McAllen, Dr. René Gutiérrez. Primeramente, quisiera felicitar a todos los graduados de la clase del 2024 de nuestro Distrito Escolar de McAllen. A como van a comenzar una jornada nueva, acuérdense que exploren todas sus oportunidades y hagan todos sus sueños realidad. El Distrito Escolar de McAllen, los maestros y el personal los han preparado para que estén listos para el colegio y para una carrera. Vayan adelante, hagan una diferencia en nuestro mundo y muchas felicidades a los graduados de la clase de 2024.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, students remain standing and all rise. Please join us as we pay tribute to our great country. Remove all headgear for the presentation of colors performed by the McAllen High School JROTC, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance and our national anthem. Tonight's color guard is commanded by Cadet Major Itzel Ramos, who is also carrying the U.S. flag. The Texas flag is being carried by Cadet Staff Sergeant Derek Toscano. The battalion colors are being carried by Cadet Corporal Austin Wong. The left guard is Cadet Corporal Caleb Bujanos, and the right guard is Cadet Command Sergeant Major Elizabeth Puente. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Our national anthem will be performed by our Mackay Mariachi Oro, Leah Garcia, Isabel Garza Johnson, Julia Lozano, and Andrew Trevino.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mark May, Director of Marketing and Communications, who has some special recognitions.
And good evening, everyone. It's my pleasure to introduce our School Board of Trustees here this evening. Starting with our Board President, we have Ms. Sofia Peña. Board Vice President, Lucia Regalado. Board Secretary, Erica de la Garza Lopez. Trustee Aaron Rivera. And those who couldn't be with us tonight in absentia, Trustee Elizabeth Kittleman, Trustee Debbie Crane Aliseda, and Trustee Lucia Thompson. Could we have a round of applause for those folks too, please? We also have a former board member who will be handing out her granddaughter's diploma, Mrs. Judy Godinez. And then we have our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Rene Gutierrez. And now it's my pleasure to introduce those graduates who are going to be serving our country in the U.S. military after tonight. When I call your name, if you could please stand up and stay standing till all the names have been called. Starting with the United States Air Force, Jose Gonzalez. U.S. Army, Antoine Lee Fabriga Namag. U.S. Navy, Madison Lee Delgado. U.S. Marines, Jose Manuel Góngora. U.S. Marines, Veronica Marie Ibarra Zambrano. U.S. Marines, Jesus Alejandro Lopez Sanchez. U.S. Marines, Angel Medina Montejo. And U.S. Navy, Landon Ibarra. Thank you. You may be seated. And now we'd like to recognize our superintendents, student presidents, council members. Again, when I call your name, if you could please stand. Starting with Jania Maldonado Ariano. Julia August. Andres Beretta. Obed Max Alvarez. Juan Aiden Gracia. Courtney Palamin. Mauricio Davila. And Jordan Gabrielson. Thank you, students, for your service this year. You may be seated.
And now, a message from our McAllen ISD Board President, Trustee Sofia Peña.
Congratulations, class of 2024. Felicidades a la clase de 2024. As we move out of high school and on to our next chapter, some things will start to look a little bit different. Some of you are going off to college. Some of you will go off to work. And some of you will be off to honorably serve our country. And we are so proud of you for that. Thank you for your commitment to serve. One more round of applause for our graduates going on and moving on to the military. May you all be safe always. I'd like to give you a little bit of advice, and I'm going to be really quick because there's a lot of you tonight. That's so awesome to see so many kids graduating today. As you move forward on this day, I want you to think about the importance of integrity and take that with you always. Let us carry that value and be the kind of person that inspires trust and respect, who stand up for what is right and who lead by example. Be the kind of person that makes a difference or tries to. Integrity is the foundation of trust. Trust in our relationships and in our community. Without integrity, we cannot make meaningful connections or achieve lasting success. Moving forward, you might face situations where your integrity is questioned. Always act with honesty and honor and do what is right, not what is easy. Make good choices and never dishonor your family name. Para las familias de habla español, felicidades. Sus hijos e hijas han llegado a esta meta y han salido adelante y seguirán adelante. Estamos bien orgullosos y les damos las gracias por confiar en el distrito de McAllen para educar a sus hijos. Pero la educación aquí empieza. Lo difícil sigue adelante y su apoyo es importante. Los han apoyado hasta que llegaron a este lugar
y que los sigan apoyando. Y a los graduantes, nunca se les olvide de dónde vinieron, nunca se les olvide que tienen que regresar a visitar a sus mamás, a sus papás y a sus abuelitos también. Felicidades, clase de 2024. Congratulations, class of 2024.
And now, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our McAllen High School principal, Dr. Albert Canales.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This evening we gather to celebrate McAllen High School's 111th commencement ceremony in our school's treasured history. McAllen High School's doors have stood open for 115 years, so it is with great pride that I stand before you, a proud graduate of McAllen High School, and honored to serve as your principal. On behalf of your Mac High administration, counselors, teachers, and staff, we welcome you to McAllen High School's commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2024. Before we begin our ceremony, the class of 2024 McAllen High School would like to honor two valuable members that will live forever in our hearts. At this time, I would like to welcome Christian Rodriguez, Honor Bell Guard member with the McAllen Fire Department, to the stage. While many bells are rung for joy, one tolls a bell for sorrow. Today we toll the bell to show the utmost respect and honor to our classmate, Moira Arney, and to our staff member, Ms. Norma Garza, and their families. As I call the name of each person, the Honor Guard member will toll the bell in their honor. Moira Arney, member of the graduating class of 2024, daughter of Patrick and Deborah Arney. Ms. Norma Garza, instructional library assistant for 24 years at McAllen ISD. Please join us in a moment of silence to honor the memory of your classmate and teacher. Thank you. As we begin this evening, I would like to thank my entire administrative team for their help in guiding our students through the past 4 years of their high school career. Dean of Instruction, Ms. Edna Hernandez. Master Scheduler, Ms. Jody Peña. Assistant Principals, Ms. Linda Babauta, Mr. Herman Perez, and Dr. Jessica Gonzalez. And our School Improvement Facilitator, Ms. Holly De Leon. Please stand to be recognized. Also, please help me thanking our amazing Mac High teachers who have also helped shape, guide, and instill valuable educational lessons and mentorships to our students graduating with us tonight. If you're a teacher in the audience, please stand to be recognized. In addition, I would also like to thank our incredible counseling team for their dedication and guidance. A special thank you to our lead counselor, Ms. Brianna Rojas, our college scholarship specialist, Ms. Nelda Gutierrez, and our graduation specialist, Ms. Yvette Johnson. And your senior counselor who has followed this cohort since 9th grade, Ms. Adriana Guajardo Flores. Please stand to be recognized and give a round of applause. I would also like to thank our Maintenance and Operations Division, MITV, Communication Relations, and our District Executive Leadership Team, and our MSD Police Department for your support at tonight's commencement. Special thank you to Mr. Ram Castillo for your assistance with all graduation ceremonies. Thank you. Also, thank you to our superintendent, Dr. Rene Gutierrez, and our entire school board for their unwavering support, dedication, and leadership. Thank you very much for your support. I'd also like to give a special shout out to my beautiful wife, Erica, and to my amazing daughter, Caitlin, for all your love and support throughout the years, and my family and my mom sitting over here to my left. Thank you. Love you, Mom. So I tried condensing this senior class accolades into a page, but it's very difficult to do that, so please bear with me. So I want to share with you the accolades of the class of 2024, parents. Here are just a few of their amazing accomplishments. At the senior class, you took 508 AP exams, over 200 IB exams, and have earned to date over $13 million in scholarships offers. McHigh was also recognized by U.S. News and World Reports as the best high school in the nation. Our school valedictorian, Courtney Palomini, will be attending Duke University, and our salutatorian, Mauricio Davila, will be attending UT Austin. Jose Alvarez was awarded the Questbridge National Scholarship with a full ride and as a Dell Scholarship recipient. In fine arts, our music, in band, choir, orchestra, and mariachi divisions, we have 29 TMEA all-region members and 4 TMEA all-staters in front of us. There are 29 state solo ensemble qualifiers and 7 UIL mariachi outstanding performers. Orchestra, choir, band, programs brought home a total of 12 UIL sweepstakes and Division I awards. McHigh Mariachi Order earned 2 Division I ratings and a regional and state UIL, as well as second place at the Thomas State National Finals. In theater, our senior students received 5 UIL in short film making, the State Bronze Media in UIL Theater Design, and a TFAA State Championship in duet acting and in duo interpretation. In addition, the senior class theater students received numerous POM awards, nominations, and awards including Best Ensemble, Best Choreography, Best Tech Crew, Best Lighting, Best Featured Performer, Best Supporting Actress, and Best Lead Actor. The first ever RGV Jossie Awards for Best Actress in a Musical ever in the Valley, Victoria Martinez. In dance, our McHigh Steppers received Division I sweepstakes for hip-hop, pom, and lyrical routines. They also received outstanding choreography, outstanding showmanship, outstanding precision for 3-team routines, and numerous other competition awards and showcases in Orlando, Florida. Team sports, by-district finalists in football and softball. McHigh Cheer, first place at USC Southwest Regionals. By-district champions volleyball, boys basketball, boys baseball, and girls soccer. Area champs, boys baseball, girls soccer. Regional quarterfinals, girls soccer. Athletic honors, 10 all-district superlatives, 75 all-district honors, 5 all-area, 1 all-region, and 1 all-state, 20 Texas High School Coaches Association all-state academic awards, and 10 athletes who signed a letter of intent to compete in college. Individual sports, district champions, girls track 6-peat and girls swim 5-peat, and boys cross country. Area and regional team champs, girls track, state team qualifiers in cross country and track. Individual championships, 12 athletes got district titles. Boys and girls regional individual qualifiers, 74 athletes. Boys and girls regional individual champions, 5 athletes. State individual qualifiers, 26 athletes. State individual champions, we have 2, and we broke 10 school records this year in 2024. Congratulations. In career and technology, the class 24 had a senior BPA national qualifier, 3 seniors that earned superior ratings for their welding sculptures at Skills USA, 4 senior students who earned their pinned wigs for the aviation program, 2 that earned their private pilot license and certification in aviation program, 2 that earned their drone pilot license and certification in aviation, and 1 senior who earned a multimedia specialist certification from STC. Congratulations. In UIL, the class of 2024 helped McAllen High School academic team in UIL get 3rd place in District 31-5A. 4 seniors advanced to UIL Regional 4 academic contest. I'm so very proud of each and every one of you and the amazing legacy you have left for future McHigh Bulldogs. Senior class, by the end of this ceremony, you'll be joining and becoming a part of the McHigh alumni that have stood proud for over 100 years. Do we have any McHigh alumni in the audience tonight? If we do, please stand and be recognized, Bulldogs. Any McHigh alumni? Thank you for your continued support of our Mac High Bulldogs, and remember, we are Mac High. Now let us begin the ceremony. It gives me great pleasure to introduce to you Jania Maldonado Arellano and Student Body President, who will provide us with a welcome on behalf of our graduates. Jania will also serve as our mistress of ceremony. Jania is the daughter of Yunia Arellano. Jania?
Good evening. My name is Jania Maldonado Arellano, and it is my honor to serve as Mistress of Ceremony at this evening's graduation ceremony. I would like to thank everyone who took time to be here and celebrate the Mac High graduating class of 2024. At this time, I would like to introduce some special guests who are with us today. These guests are our campus principals from each of our Mac High vertical team feeder schools. As campus leaders, they play an important role in shaping the young minds of our future Bulldogs. As I call your name, please stand and be recognized. Victor Fields Elementary, Teresa Treadla. Ben Milam Elementary, Stephanie Friedland. Dr. Pablo Perez Elementary, Veronica Delgado. Sam Rayburn Elementary, Clarissa Partida. Big Ben Zavala Elementary, Sonia Casas. Woodrow Wilson Elementary, Erika Garcia. Homer J. Morris Middle School, Rebecca Bechtold. William B. Travis Middle School, Aaron Gracia. And from Achieve Early College High School, Miguel Carmona. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for all of your hard work and dedication in molding and raising future Bulldogs. What you do matters and makes a difference. As Student Body President, it is my honor to speak for you today. First, giving glory to the Creator and honoring the generations who paved the way before me. To my family, thank you for being a safety net that I can always fall back on. I thank my siblings for teaching me that patience is indeed a virtue, and my mom for her endless support. Mami, te doy mil gracias por todos los sacrificios que has hecho por mí. Tú me has demostrado el poder de la resiliencia y sin ti nunca estaría aquí. Te amo, mami. To my friends, the OG Berry Gang, thank you for always making life feel like an adventure. I love y'all. I want to thank all teachers, staff, and faculty who shaped me into the person I am today. Last but certainly not least, to my Stuco moms, Miss Bonus and Miss Recio, there aren't enough words to express how grateful I am for both of you. You've shown me both in action and in words what it is to live authentically through unwavering courage and compassion. As I think back to moments that have a profound impact on who I am today, I think of a distinct memory of sitting in the rainbow checkerboard carpet of my kindergarten classroom. We were playing a simple game, how to build pizza. The teacher asked, what do we need first? Pizza dough. Correct. What's next? Cheese. No. Pepperoni. No. I sat there as my classmates shouted every pizza topping imaginable, completely stumped. Until it hit me. My hand shot up and I shouted, salsa de tomate. I'd never felt more accomplished in my 6 years of life. That lasted about 5 seconds, and then I noticed a synchronized, dumbfounded stare my classmates shared. I felt my cheeks get red and my throat clog with embarrassment. It wasn't until my teacher translated, clarifying that what I meant to say was tomato sauce, that ohs rang out, and everyone returned to the game. But the suffocating feeling of humiliation remained. I felt desperate and out of place. Growing up the oldest daughter of 5 in a single-parent Spanish-speaking home, things weren't always easy. I share this with you today because no matter your circumstances, we've all personally experienced this to some degree. Feeling out of place, lesser than, at a disadvantage. It's easy to get stuck in the slums of self-pity. So in an attempt to blend in with the crowd, I struck at every opportunity offered to me, taking countless rigorous courses, volunteering anywhere I could, joining various clubs and organizations, and holding multiple officer positions. At first, I did it to be of some use or value. But in what felt like an aimless search for validation, I discovered fulfillment in leadership and service, and consequently came to realize that what we do with the opportunities that we face is what determines our fate and reveals our purpose. As it is stated in Ephesians 2:10, you were made on purpose for a purpose, and it is up to us to fulfill that purpose. Whether you've had the opportunity to travel the world or you've never known the luxury of having your own room, know that the power of opportunity lies in each and every one of us. No matter what circumstances we come from, we must ask ourselves, do I dare disturb the universe? If I could go back and sit next to that embarrassed little girl on the rainbow carpet, I'd tell her that she, like all of us, have the power to change the world, as long as you have the courage to do so. I challenge you to view your hardships as opportunities. I challenge you to never be afraid to make your voice heard. I challenge you to look for the ratios, the bonuses, the doctoral analysis that push and inspire you to succeed and exceed your expectations. And if you are brave enough to do this, you will certainly go forth and disturb the universe in countless, beautiful, and inspiring ways. Congratulations, class of 2024. Thank you, and go Bulldogs! And now, I would like to introduce to you someone who has been immensely involved in MAC High activities throughout her 4 years. She has dedicated herself to making McAllen High School the best it can be, and I am pleased to introduce your senior class president, Julia August. Julia is the daughter of Jules and Eloise August.
Let me begin by sharing a quote from one of our own. I know she is with us in spirit today. Moira Arney once said, I won't always be successful, but I know that as long as I continue working hard, I am destined to succeed. Those words have never been more true than now. For those who know me, understand love letters are my thing. From giving one to Ryan Keller in the 6th grade, and later a sacred Build-A-Bear to Andres Varela in the 8th grade, naturally, this is my public love letter to the class of 2024. I would like to congratulate all of us for reaching this milestone. Thank God we finally got here. At this time, I would like to thank all the people in my life who got me to this moment. My family, especially my mom and dad, for all the sacrifices they made for me. Barry Gang, Chat, Ms. Sanchez and Belize, the moms, and faculty. To Coach Ganthu, you told me this my freshman year. The amount of times you travel, you can travel back in time. I've never forgotten the words you said. All that time, I thought you disliked me, but it comes to realize, after 4 years, you really loved me, and invested so much time in me. More than I can imagine. For this and for you, I am truly grateful. To Dr. Canales, I want to thank you for saving me from my assess that one time I broke dress code. We are so grateful for you as our principal for the last 4 years. We pray and know you'll be successful in your next chapter as we soon turn the page together. To my fellow graduates, no matter how hard it feels, it's never over because God woke you up. He's not done with you. God saved each and every one of us from something to do something more. The challenges we face are meant to activate the real passion and purpose that God predestined inside of us. In Jeremiah 29:11, it states, For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Whether that plan is to run across a football field in a cone costume, I would still like my costume back, BTW, or to start a movement, #PassGeorge, I am convinced that every one of us has a unique path and purpose. P.S. In the wise words of Coach Segovia, don't dip the chip. Sincerely yours and always, your class president, Julia August. And a quick little shout out to my sisters because I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything you do for me. And now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Mauricio Davila, our salutatorian for the class of 2024. He is the son of Juan and Laura Davila.
Good evening, staff and faculty, administrative leadership, teachers, students, parents and loved ones, and most importantly, the graduating class. I want to begin with a famous poem by Robert Frost I read recently in my AP Lit class, which I feel perfectly encompasses the emotions attached to today. Nature's first green is gold, her heart is hue to hold. Her early leaf's a flower, but only so an hour. Then leaf subsides to leaf, So Eden sank to grief. So dawn goes down to day, nothing gold can stay. Yet, I wish to expand upon and counter the depressing notion put forward by Frost, because he wasn't a very happy guy, if you guys can't tell. Though most good things must eventually come to an end, it is for a reason. We must inevitably shed ourselves from the comfort and reliance we have with our lives in order to see the endless opportunity beyond the horizon, explore and experience the vast beauty of the world around us, and challenge ourselves to obtain the greatness we truly deserve. I remind you that the wealth in life that is idolized belongs to the eyes of each beholder. What we see to be gold is ever-changing. Our mindsets, our beliefs, and our dreams evolve as we venture further in life. It is the only way we grow as people. So today, we trade the purple and gold we have proudly worn these past 4 years, along with the years of childhood academia, for the gold awaiting us in the next chapters of our lives. But before we prepare to entirely leap forward, we must reflect on the path we took to getting here. It is with great pleasure and distinct honor that I speak before you today as the class of 2024 Salutatorian, or as I heard someone once famously say, just a fancy word for second place. Regardless, accomplishing this was still no easy feat. It was instead the culmination of dedication and resilience in my academic, athletic, and personal endeavors over my entire K-12 education. When I consider the humble origins of my education, that being a child with delayed speech that would have hindered my ability to develop as a student, I truly realize and am grateful for the resources from my school district that brought me to be the outgoing person standing on this stage today. Most importantly, though, I wouldn't be here without the most talented teachers who work diligently and tirelessly every day to pass on their passion for knowledge to each of their students. I consider teaching to be the noblest of professions and a true gift to society. The ability to facilitate the development of billions into successful and influential leaders demonstrates the true power teachers have to direct the course of the world. There are a few I would like to thank personally, though I'm grateful to all of my teachers I've had over the years for in one way or the other shaping me into the person I am today. First, there's Ms. Sanders, my second grade teacher from Rayburn Elementary, who opened my eyes to the joy of reading for the first time and laid the foundation for the passion for learning I have now. Whether you're here or watching the ceremony from afar, I thank you for this incredible gift. Then, moving on to middle school, there's my 8th grade geometry teacher, Mr. Garcia, who helped me realize math wasn't a subject to roll out entirely, and instead believed in each of his students from that first geometry class he taught, who now graduate today. Finally, in high school, I would like to thank Mr. Arnie for seeing my academic potential early on, Ms. Chapa for always pushing me to develop and refine the skills to even give this speech to you today, Ms. Bonus for instilling in me an appreciation for literature I hadn't realized before, Mr. Gilbert for always being delightful conversation about the current events facing our state, nation, and world, and finally, who I regard as the best teacher I've ever had, Ms. Recio, who will always be an inspiration to be the change I wish to see in the world. Her words, by the way, no one else's. It's her quote. Above all, I thank each and every one of my teachers for believing in me wholeheartedly. As we reflect on the great milestone of today, I also urge you to thank those who have supported you relentlessly through it all. Your family and friends, your loved ones, your support system. To my parents, my mom, who gracefully demonstrates the beauty that service, respect, and kindness can impart in a community. My dad, who exemplifies how honesty, hard work, and patience allow for the greatest rewards to eventually, yet perfectly materialize. I owe you so much gratitude for the constant support and cheering you've done for me all these years. To my older brother, who spoke as salutatorian on this stage 5 years ago, I want you to know that you've been one of my greatest inspirations to succeed and keep pushing on, no matter how daunting the path may be. To all of my friends, and especially my best friends, Metzley, who I've had the unique pleasure of growing up with ever since pre-K, Alondra, who always empowers me to be my most authentic self, and Jose, who I look up to as a role model and example to follow, I thank you endlessly for the laughs we have shared, the memories we have made, and the constant beacons of support we have been for each other. I will cherish every single one of the bonds I've made these past 13 years for the rest of my life. To Courtney, I congratulate you on a high achievement you greatly deserve and commemorate your inspirational diligence. Finally, to all my classmates, I thank you for being a class diverse in aspiration, dedication, and perseverance. Your creativity, passion, and discipline in a wide range of fields truly shows that the future is bright. I could go on further with thank yous and lessons to learn from, but unfortunately, I do not have the time, nor the paper. Though I cannot guarantee what exactly is in the stars for each of us once we leave the ceremony, I know it is a future filled with major success, prosperity, and positive change for the world. As Pitbull once famously said, I can't promise tomorrow, but I promise tonight. And tonight, we celebrate. I wish you nothing but the best, class of 2024. Go Bulldogs. At this time, I would like to introduce my fellow classmate and valedictorian of the McAllen Senior Class of 2024, Courtney Palomin. Courtney is the daughter of Omar and Diane Palomin.
Good evening to the friends and families of our graduating class, and congratulations to my fellow graduates of the McAllen class of 2024. I want to start out by saying thank you to all the teachers, faculty, coaches, and others who have played a role in the completion of mine and all of our high school careers, and who have made it possible for all of us to be here today. I'd also like to say a special thank you to some of my biggest supporters and people I love who have always been there for me, pushed me, and believe in me. So thank you to my mom, who I've always looked up to, and who has taught me so much about staying true to and believing in myself. Thank you to my dad, who has taught me about the importance of dedication and passion in all areas of life. Thank you to my brothers for always giving me something to laugh about, even if whatever it was didn't seem very funny at the time. I don't know where I would be if not for all of your continued support throughout not only high school, but my entire life. And of course, thank you and I love you to Chat, who I've enjoyed so much making memories with these past couple years. So, when figuring out what I was going to say that could possibly pertain to a class of over 500 people, I, of course, started my search by Googling inspirational high school graduation quotes. And there were obviously a lot of results, but as I was looking through them all, I wanted to find one that could give me a way to talk about something that not only gave all of us a way to look back on our years and reflect on what we've learned and experienced throughout high school, but also something we could take with us as we move on to the next chapter of our lives. One quote that stood out to me was by Clarice Lispector, who said, "Everything in the world began with a yes." I chose this quote because as we leave high school, we will all be faced with new and unfamiliar possibilities. And while we take on these new challenges and opportunities, it is important to remember the power of our choices and how a simple word like yes can impact the courses of our lives. A yes can be the difference between change and permanence, growth and regression, passion and stability. New possibilities can be both exhilarating and daunting, which is why, as we encounter them, we must remember that only through change and acceptance can we grow and flourish in whatever it is we choose to do next. Exciting opportunities should be readily seized, and things that seem frightening should be considered tests of your abilities and chances for growth. The ability to say yes is a privilege, a chance at making a dream a reality, and each decision to say it should be made with the knowledge that you deserve whatever dream that may be, and that, big or small, a yes is the foundation on which all hopes can be realized. I ask now that all of you reflect on the choices you've made here. When you've accepted an academic opportunity, an athletic commitment, a friendship, or even something else. Imagine if you said no to any of these things, and think about how that choice would have changed things. Would your cap have the colors of a different school on it? Would you be going home with different people after this ceremony? Would you even be sitting here today? Each yes has made some change or addition to your life, and good or bad, significant or mundane, these changes have molded us into the people we are today, and this will continue to hold true as we leave high school and venture out into a new and exciting time. I, for one, know that the opportunities I've had and the people I've met here at McAllen have each had profound effects on the person I am today and the person that I want to be. As we all move on to a college, a career, the military, or wherever else life may take us, the structure and constancy we have become used to here in high school will inevitably evolve into new opportunities to pursue and choices to make. So, as we face these opportunities and choices, remember how they can define our characters and the paths our lives will take. Although a step into a new direction may seem difficult, each moment of growth is determined by our ability to say yes to ourselves and to say yes to others. There is no way to measure the amount of hours, the amount of work, or the amount of dedication you've put in order to be sitting here today. and everyone here should leave with an immense sense of pride in themselves and their accomplishments over their 4 years here. And although our time at Mac High is ending, and everyone's gonna miss the cardboard pizza for lunch, and the bathroom parties sophomore year, and the long walks to the CTE building in over 100-degree heat, the lessons we've learned and the relationships we formed here will follow us wherever we go. I know that every single person sitting here today in their caps and gowns has dreams and aspirations, both expressed and hidden. And if there's one thing I want to say to my class before we officially leave high school behind, it is to believe in yourselves and to not be afraid to say yes. Thank you. And now, Dr. Canales will present the certification of qualifying graduates.
So two things, proud principal and proud uncle. Congratulations, Courtney. So Dr. Gutierrez, would you help join us on stage at this moment in the podium? Dr. Gutierrez and members of the Board of Trustees, I certify that these candidates of the 2024 senior class of McAllen High School have completed all the graduation requirements set forth by the Board of Education for the state of Texas and the Board of Trustees for the McAllen Independent School District, and are now eligible to receive their high school diplomas. And now our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Rene Gutierrez, will declare the candidates for the class of 2024.
Thank you, and good evening to all the parents, family members, and friends of the class of 2024. As a 1983 Mac High graduate, I'm honored and privileged to certify the Mac High class of 2024. Graduates, by the authority vested in me by the McAllen Independent School District, its Board of Trustees, and as Superintendent of Schools, I now declare the candidates who have met all requirements for graduation as set forth by the Board of Education for the state of Texas and the Board of Trustees of the McAllen Independent School District as graduates of McAllen High School, and they're entitled to all the honors and privileges thereto. Por la autoridad que me es dada por el Distrito Escolar Independiente de McAllen, su mesa directiva y como superintendiente de escuelas, declaro que los candidatos han cumplido con los requisitos de graduación según los reglamentos del Estado de Texas y la mesa directiva del Distrito Escolar Independiente de McAllen, como graduados de la preparatoria McAllen High School, y se les otorgan todos los honores y privilegios pertenecientes. Congratulations, Mac High Class of 2024.
Thank you. This time, will the first row please stand and approach the platform? As the seniors approach the platform, I would like to congratulate each and every one of our students. Graduates, we're proud of your hard work and dedication. Each accolade worn today is a representation of your accomplishments and determination. At this time, Ms. Clarissa Luna will begin calling names of the 2024 graduates. As the candidates walk onto the stage, their names will be displayed on the screen with their academic designation. Ms. Luna will call out the students' top 2 designations. Let us begin.
Courtney Nicole Palomine, summa cum laude, AP Capstone. Mauricio Davila, summa cum laude, AP Capstone. Jackson Ryan Ramirez, summa cum laude, AP Capstone. Abigail Annette Godinez, summa cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Abby's diploma is being presented by former president of MISD, Trustee Judy Godinez. Andres Marcus Barrera, summa cum laude, AP Capstone. Gavin Hector Almaraz, summa cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Isabella Nicole Guerra, summa cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Kendall Sue Warwas, summa cum laude, AP Capstone. Homero Perez, summa cum laude, STC. Samantha Nicole Villalobos, summa cum laude, AP Program Graduate. Jania Yaracet Maldonado Arellano, cum laude, AP Capstone. Julia Minerva August, magna cum laude, AP Capstone. Rosendo Cristian Almaraz, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies. Roy Arreguin, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Alejandro Gael Camacho, Business and Industry, Multidisciplinary Studies. Mariana Dimas Ventura, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, DLA. Angela Yulisa Garcia, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Kisai Olivia Ledesma Cruz, Early Graduate, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. David Emilio Gonzalez, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Brian Ortiz, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies. Dorian Santiano, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Malachi Eloy Vargas, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies. Enrique Abrego Guzman, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Brian Acosta, RGV Lead, STEM Endorsement. Javier Acosta Jr., RGV Lead, STEM Endorsement. Justin Jesus Acuña, RGV Lead, AVID. Neo Aguilar, Early Grad, STEM. Antoine Daniel Aguilar Ortiz, STEM, Multidisciplinary Studies. Riley Drew Alman, magna cum laude, STEM. Saul Alanis, AP Capstone, AP Scholar. Sydney Alanis, RGV Lead, STEM. Mia Jade Alanis, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Yasmin Alanis, National Hispanic Scholar, RGV Lead. Amy Jasmine Albanil Uriostegui, STEM, Public Service. John Clyde Aleman Jr., RGV Lead, STEM. Eric Alonso, RGV Lead, AVID. Betzali Giselle Alvarado, CTE, RGV Lead. Lola Alyssa Alvarado, cum laude, AP Program Graduate. Abigail Alvarez, Business and Industry, Multidisciplinary Studies. Dulce Maria Alvarez, cum laude, AP Program Graduate. Jose Abraham Alvarez, cum laude, STC. Obed Maximiliano Alvarez, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Graduate. Sofia Loren Amador, RGV Lead, Avid. Ivan David Amaya, Early Graduate, Arts and Humanities. Angel David Anaya, RGV Lead, STEM. Abel Alejandro Arcate Pinedo, RGV Lead, STEM. Matthew Dylan Arce, AP Program Graduate, Business and Industry. Anne Marie Albaitar Arsenault, International Baccalaureate Diploma, Arts and Humanities. David Alfredo Arista, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Audrey Colette Arredondo, RGV Lead, STEM. Leanne Amarie Arroyo, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Xavier Devin Arroyo, RGV Lead, STEM. Michelle Arroyo Ventura, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License. Karime Azar Ramirez, RGV Lead, Early Graduate. Roberto Avendano, STEM, Arts and Humanities. Dimitri Ezequias Ayala, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Liana Janae Ayala, cum laude, AP Scholar. Madison Suzanne Ayala, RGV Lead, STEM. Kaylin Ayana Azufra, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Francis Nunez Baker, RGV Lead, STEM. Heriberto Eri Valderas, RGV Lead, STEM. Leslie Baltasar, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Diego Cayetano Barrera, cum laude, AP Capstone. Lilibeth Adria Barrera Santana, AP Capstone Certificate, RGV Lead. Aliyah Irby Benavides, AP Program Graduate, RGV Lead. Leslie Rose Bishop, magna cum laude, AP Program Graduate. Hayden Drew Bortnick, RGV Lead, STEM. Siani V. Bowen, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Graduate. Mia Jo Von Bowen, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Michael V. Bowen, National Hispanic Scholar, RGV Lead. Kyra Nora Briseño, Cum laude, RGV lead. Catherine Rose Binyam, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Scholar. Alexandria Grace Bezibziak, AP Program Graduate, RGV lead. Samantha Regina Campbell, RGV lead, Business and Industry. DeAndrea Olivia Campos, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Paola Isabel Campos, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Tristan Berryman Campos Smith, magna cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Angel Arnold Canales, STEM, Multidisciplinary Studies. Aaron Adriel Cantu, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Aaron Angel Cantu, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Alana Marie Cantu, RGV lead, STEM. Chloe Ray Cantu, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Emmanuel Cantu, RGV lead, Business and Industry. James Mason Cantu, AP Program Graduate, STEM. Aleithia Cantuala Esquivel, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Estrella M. Carrillo Martinez, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Flor Carrizales, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Ingrid Amy Castan, RGV lead, Public Services. Angel Giovanni Castillo, RGV lead, STEM. Brianna Nicole Castillo, RGV lead, Public Services. Christian Matthew Castillo, STEM, Arts and Humanities. Juan Roberto Castillo Garcia, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Giordiana Castro, RGV lead, Public Services. Nathan Daniel Castro, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Sierra Serenity Caudillo, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Graduate. Blanca Emma Cavazos, STEM, Business and Industry. Chloe Isabella Cavazos, AP Program Graduate, RGV lead. Daniel Isaías Cavazos, AP Program Graduate, RGV lead. Joseph Alexander Cavazos, STC, RGV lead. Quentin Udo Cavazos Reichwald, RGV lead, Business and Industry. Humberto Michael Queja, RGV lead, STEM. Anthony Jared Cerda, Business and Industry, Multidisciplinary Studies. Amaya Annalise Cervantes, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Sean Cobos, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry. John Daniel Contreras, RGV lead, STEM. Oscar Cordova Renteria, RGV lead, early grad. Keegan Matthew Cormier, RGV Lead, STEM. Lucas Alejandro Cortez, RGV Lead, STEM. Victoria Isabel Cortez, RGV Lead, STEM. David Cruz III, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Ian Eduardo Cruz, Early Grad, Arts and Humanities. Jessica Cruz, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Melody Ann Cruz, RGV Lead, STEM.
Go ahead. Good. Congratulations. Perfect.
Misael Alejandro Cruz, Public Services, Multidisciplinary Studies. Vicente Ricardo Cruz, STEM, Public Services. Sebastian Cruz Rangel, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Miriam Dagastani, Magna Cum Laude, AP Scholar. David Liu. Katie Ann de la Cruz, RGV Lead, Public Services. Camila Daniela de la Fuente, RGV Lead, Public Services. Amber Serena de la Garza, RGV Lead, STEM. Yeridan Betsabe de los Santos, RGV Lead, STEM. Diego Anselmo de Saavedra, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Nicholas del Bosque, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Destiny Madeline Delgado, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Madison Lee Delgado, Military, RGV Lead. Sky Madison Delgado, RGV Lead, Avid. Andrea Delgado Dominguez, RGV Lead, STEM.
Perfect. You have some kiddos had it upside down. So I was checking.
Aiden Lucas Delias, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Graduate.
Okay, wait by the X.
Miranda Carey Diaz, RGV Lead, STEM. Ashley Nicole Dominguez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Jose Ariel Dominguez Maya, RGV Lead, STEM. Osvaldo Alberto Driscoll, Business and Industry, Arts and Humanities. Daryl Robert Duffy Jr., RGV Lead, STEM. Julio Cesar Duran Moreno, RGV Lead, STEM. Isabella Ruby Elejarza, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Jose Gabriel Elias, RGV Lead, Public Services. Noe Elizondo III, RGV Lead, Public Services. Delia Nisa Enriquez, STEM, Public Services. Joaquin Daniel Enriquez, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Austin Lee Barlow Ernest, RGV Lead, STEM. Emily Ranjatham Rita Ernest, AP Program Graduate, STEM. Jason Eric Escamilla, RGV Lead, STEM. Said Lucio Esparza, RGV Lead, STEM.
You want to put this under your arm? Go ahead.
Ashley Nicole Espinosa, RGV Lead, AVID. Carla Fernandez Perez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Ivan Flores II, RGV Lead, AVID.
Your time to shine. Go.
Isla Danae Flores, RGV Lead, STEM.
Go ahead.
Carol Elizabeth Flores, RGV Lead, AVID.
Yes, up here, Mija. Good job. Congratulations. Make sure you hold it. Small bean.
Karime Paola Flores, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Grad.
Go ahead. Got it. Perfect.
Melanie Flores, RGV Lead, STEM. Merrick Mateo Flores, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Grad. Jacqueline Flores Alvarez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies.
Small bean. Go. Go ahead. Go.
Ramses Flores Haro, Magna Cum Laude, National Hispanic Scholar.
Así.
Lillian May Flowers, Public Service, Multidisciplinary Studies.
Corners. There you go. You're going to show it like this. Like this. Yeah.
Brianna Giselle Franco, CTE, Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Alexa Sofia Frederick Lopez, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead.
Small bean. Go ahead.
Sawyer Turner Friels, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead.
Small bean, all right? Right here. Cover that, okay? Small bean.
Jacques Patrick Frost, RGV Lead, STEM. Aisa Danae Fuentes, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Setet Alejandra Fuentes, AP Program Grad, RGV Lead.
Go ahead.
Jordan Keeley Gabrielson, Magna Cum Laude, AP Scholar. Sienna Kim Gadsden, Early Grad, Business and Industry.
Small bean.
Joel Maximino Gaitan Ramos, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License Certification. Gabrielle Charlene Gallardo, Cum Laude, AP Capstone Program. Sebastián Emiliano Gallegos Navarro, RGV Lead, STEM.
Hold it like that from the corners, and you're going to go.
Natalie Sofia Gamboa, Magna Cum Laude,
Hold on a little. Wait a little.
International Baccalaureate, Diploma graduate.
Perfect.
Alana Garcia, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Brian Garcia, RGV Lead, Business and Industry.
Small bean.
Chloe Marie Garcia, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead.
You can stop at the green part.
David Andres Garcia, AP Program Grad, RGV Lead.
You can stop at the green part.
Fabricio Alexander Garcia, Business and Industry, Public Service.
Wait right here. Wait right here.
Guadalupe Garcia, Avid STEM.
Got it. Hold it like this. Hold bottom. There you go.
Irvin Israel Garcia, RGV Lead, STEM. Genesee Grace Garcia, STEM, Arts and Humanities.
Good job, mijo.
Jorge Armando Garcia, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA.
Go ahead. Smile. Don't forget to smile.
Jason Matthew Garcia, Avid, Arts and Humanities. Leah Jade Garcia, AP Program Grad, STEM. Lux Adele Garcia, International Baccalaureate
Oh, wait. Stop. Let them.
Program Candidate, Arts and Humanities. Mauricio Alexander Garcia, STEM, Multidisciplinary Studies. Roman Daniel Garcia, STEM, Public Service. Dulce Paola Garcia Ramos, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Alejandro Raimundo Garza, RGB Lead, Avid. Audrey Isabella Garza, AP Program Grad, Arts and Humanities. Catherine Sofia Garza, Magna Cum Laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Dakota Lee Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Dimitri Imani Garza, Cum Laude, AP Program Grad. Diego Jorge Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Dylan Justin Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Emma Marie Garza, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Grad. Esteban Alejandro Garza, Public Service, Multidisciplinary Studies. Estrella Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Justin Dylan Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Mia Anaí Guadalupe Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Miguel Ángel Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Nicole Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Ileana Rain Garza, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Roberto Jesus Garza Johnson, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Metzli Gloria, Cum Laude, AP Capstone Program. Israel Orlando Godoy, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License Certification. Dominic Ashton Gomez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Gina Jolyn Gomez, RGB Lead, Public Service. Marcos Damian Gomez, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Osiris Jared Gomez Garcia, Public Service, Arts and Humanities Endorsements. Jonathan James Gomez Ramirez, RGB Lead, Business and Industries Endorsement. Jose Manuel Góngora, Military, RGB Lead. Alan Edgar Gonzalez, UT On-Ramps, Public Service Endorsement. Anissa Janelle Gonzalez, Public Service, Multidisciplinary Studies. Asael Gonzalez, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Italia Milan Gonzalez, AP Program Grad, CTE Honor Grad.
Congratulations.
Josiah Gonzalez, RGB Lead, Business and Industries Endorsement. Maria Jose Gonzalez, AP Program Grad, STEM. Melissa Gonzalez, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead.
Perfect shot, huh? Hold it from the corners. There you go.
Michael Clemente Gonzalez, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Sean Michael Gonzalez, STEM, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Javier Gonzalez, RGB lead, STEM. Andrés Sebastián Gonzalez Gonzalez, Arts and Humanities endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies endorsement. Juan Eden Gracia, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program graduate. Justin Joe Paul Green, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License and Certification. Connor Alexander Guajardo Ronad, Public Service Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Miklo Javier Guardado, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Mia Carol Guerra, Multidisciplinary Studies, Bilingual, and Biliteracy Performance Acknowledgement. Adrian Leonel Guerrero, Business and Industry Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Alejandro Guizar Mondragon, RGB Lead, STEM. Dana Maite Gutierrez Zuniga, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Melanie Guzman, Public Service Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Austin Carter Helgeson, AP Program Grad, RGB Lead. Jonah Kyle Henderson, Cum Laude, CTE Honor Grad. Andres Hernandez, STEM, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Edgar Rafael Hernandez, RGB Lead, UT On-Ramps. Fidencio Loera Hernandez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Jaden Nicolas Hernandez, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Grad. Montserrat Isabella Hernandez, AP Program Grad, CTE Honor Grad. Natalia Alicia Hernandez, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Valeria Hernandez Castro, STEM, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Valerie Hernandez Ramos, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industry License and Certification. Jaden Andrew Herrera, RGB Lead, Public Service Endorsement. Mateo Hinojosa, International Baccalaureate, Diploma. Arts and Humanities. Hudson Michael Hood, RGB Lead, UT On-Ramps. Angel Huerta, RGB Lead, Business and Industries Endorsement. Maria de Los Angeles Huerta, CTE Honor Grad, RGB Lead. Ramiro Alejandro Huerta, Business and Industry Endorsement, Public Service Endorsement. Oscar Rigoberto Ibanez Jr., RGB Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Veronica Marie Ibarra Zambrano, Public Services Endorsement, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Aaron Omar Izaguirre, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Scholar. Daniela Izaguirre, RGB Lead, UT On-Ramps. Layla Eileen Jackson, RGB Lead, Public Service Endorsement. Angel Roel Jamarillo, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Public Disciplinary Studies Endorsement. Alejandra Herrero Toruco, Early Grad, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Leonardo Yair Jimenez Valenzuela, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Nicholas James Karam, cum laude, AP Program Grad. Ryan James Keller, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Catherine Rosalind Klein, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Claire Rebecca Connect, AP Scholar with Honor, AP Program Grad. Ryan William Connect, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Ramon Antonio Landeros, RGV Lead, STEM. Caitlin Renee Lara, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Sophia Amy Lazaro, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Elijah Nehemiah Lianos, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, DLA. Shayla LeBaron, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Lawrence Hyun Lee, STC, AP Program Grad. Nathan Ramiro Lerma, RGV Lead, STEM. Caitlin Janelle Liguez, AP Program Grad, CTE Honor Grad. Victor Daniel Limas, STEM Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Ethan Agustin Lindenmuth, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Aaliyah Giselle Liscano, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Daniel Adam Longoria, RGV Lead, STEM. Abigail Isela Lopez, AP Program Grad, CTE Honor Grad. Damon Martin Lopez, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Gloria May Lopez, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Jorge Arturo Lopez Jr., CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Robert Lee Lopez, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Wesley Lopez, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Lali Yayetzi Lopez, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industry License and Certification.
Karen Michelle Lopez Puga, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License Certificate. Jesus Alejandro Lopez Sanchez, Military STEM. Ayana Lozano, AP Program Grad, RGV Lead. Julius Alexander Lozano, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies. Rebecca Lydia Luevanos, RGV Lead, STEM. Sean Gabriel Luevanos, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industries Endorsement. Mia Giselle Luna, AP Program Grad, CTE Honors. Valeria Luna, RGV Lead, STEM Endorsement. Sienna Marie Madrigal, CTE, RGV Lead. Rafael Angel Mancias, CTE Honors Roll, RGV Lead. Evelyn Marie Mantle, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Armando Jose Marchan, RGV Lead, Business and Industries Endorsement. Adrienne Nicole Mares, RGV Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Juliana Marroquin, RGV Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Diego J. Martinez, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinaries Endorsement. Isaac Martinez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Israel Emmanuel Martinez, RGV Lead, STEM Endorsement. Isaiah James Martinez, AP Program Grad, CTE Honors Graduate. Janai Nadine Martinez, RGV Lead, Avid. Jose Daniel Martinez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Endorsement. Julieta Quetzali Martinez, National Hispanic Scholar, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Meadow Michelle Martinez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Melanie Martinez, RGV Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Miguel Adrian Martinez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Sofia Cecilia Martinez, AP Program Grad, CTE Honors Grad. Victoria Nicole Martinez, Summa Cum Laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Yanyalis Zoe Martinez Otero, Cum Laude, AP Program Grad. Sienna Alyssa Mata, AP Program Grad, RGV Lead. Darby Claire McGurk, Cum Laude, AP Program Grad. Julian Arturo McNamara, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Scholar. Jenna Lee Medeiros, Early Grad, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Isaiah Jaden Medina, CTE Honors Grad, RGV Lead. Joaquim Isaac Medina, CTE Honors Grad, RGV Lead. Gabriela Martinez, STEM Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Endorsement. Jesus Martin Medina Montejo, RGV Lead, STEM Endorsement. Fadi Patricio Mejia, RGV Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Ashley Anaí Mejia Chavez, RGV Lead, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Mia Lynette Millara, AP Program Grad, CTE Honors Grad. Sarah Alice Menard, RGV Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Lauren Danielle Menchaca, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Scholar. Damian Elias Mendez, AP Program Grad, RGV Lead. Sergio Mendez Jr., AP Program Grad, CTE Honors Grad. Gilberto Mendez Serna, National Hispanic Scholar, CTE Honors Grad. Destiny Grace Mendoza, RGV Lead, Avid. Jorge Andres Mendoza, STEM Endorsement, Business and Industry Endorsement. Leonardo David Mendoza, AP Program Grad, RGV Lead. Jesus Alexander Mendoza Aleman, CTE Honors Grad, RGB Lead. Hermes Mesa Ruiz Esparza Jr., RGB Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Daniel Millen, AP Program Grad, RGB Lead. Natalie Ruby Mireles, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industry License and Certificate. Alyssa Marie Montes, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Sergio Alejandro Mora, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Alexa Vianney Morales, CTE Honors Grad, RGB Lead. Hermelio Morales, RGB Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Jody Caitlin Moreno, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Adamari Morin, AP Program Grad, RGB Lead. Iram Leonel Morin, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industry License Certificate. Nicholas Taylor Moss, AP Program Grad, RGB Lead. Ivana Taylor Mota Teo, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Juan Antonio Moya, RGB Lead, Public Service Endorsement. Darren Anthony Muniz, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Destiny Lynn Munoz, CTE Honors Grad, RGB Lead. Achilles J. Murad, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Anton Lee Fabriga Namwag, Military, RGB Lead. Isaac Daniel Navarro, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industry License Certificate. Angelina Negrete, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Caroline Amelia Nelson, Cum Laude, AP Program Grad. Nicole Alexandria Nunez, Business and Industry Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Angel Eduardo Orcega, RGB Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Angela Gabrielle Ochoa, RGB Lead, STEM Endorsement. Joel Ochoa, Arts and Humanities Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Maria Inés Ochoa Tejeda, CTE Honors Grad, RGB Lead. Emma Laura Olivares, STEM Endorsement, Public Service Endorsement. Angel Benyan Olivas Uriarte, Magna Cum Laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Isaac Ontiveros, Public Service Endorsement, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement. Patricio Ordóñez Acosta, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Scholar. Brian Orozco Cook, Multidisciplinary Studies Endorsement, Business and Industry License Certificate. Sarah Adeline Ortega, Magna Cum Laude, AB Program Grad. Aaron Ortega Uresti, CTE Honors Grad, RGB Lead. David Ortega Zaragoza, STEM Endorsement, Arts and Humanities Endorsement. Brandon Albert Ortiz, RGB Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Mason Blake Ousley, AP Program Grad, STEM endorsement. Ayman Mahmoud Owainat, early grad, STEM endorsement. Yadesi Ozuna, CTE honors grad, RGB lead. Jesus Padron Jr., multidisciplinary studies endorsement, business and industry license certificate. Andrea Nicole Paez, RGB lead, STEM endorsement. Aran Armando Palafox, AP Capstone grad, National Hispanic Scholar. Joshua Sebastian Pardo, AP Program grad, CTE honors grad. Rogelio Varga Ulloa, CTE honors grad, RGB lead. Sophia Chanel Pacina, CTE honors grad, RGB lead. Kayla Janelle Peña, multidisciplinary studies endorsement, DLA. Davin Vian Peña, CTE honors grad, RGB lead. Emmanuel Anacleto Peña, Arts and Humanities endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Josue Rolando Peña, multidisciplinary studies endorsement, business and industry license certificate. Sydney Pugh, AP Scholar, AP Program Grad. Dania Camila Perales Mireles, AP Program Grad, CTE Honors Grad. Francisco Perez, Arts and Humanities endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Jacqueline Perez, RGB lead, public service endorsement. Sasha Cassidy Perez, AP Program Grad, RGB lead. Jimena Ruby Plata, magna cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Ava Grace Pompa, AP Program Grad, CTE Honors Grad. Jack Aiden Pompa, Arts and Humanities endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Annabeth Monique Prado, RGB lead, STEM endorsement. Jose Luis Preciado Mendoza, business and industry endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Anthony Carlos Manuel Puente Reina, Arts and Humanities endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Aaron Alexander Puga, RGB lead, public service endorsement. Mia Zoe Quiñones Vera, multidisciplinary studies endorsement, DLA. Jackson Carter Quintanilla, RGB lead, business and industry endorsement. Ayarim Janexi Ramirez, CTE honors grad, RGB lead. Edgar Mauricio Ramirez Jr., AP Program Grad, CTE honors grad. Jorge Antonio Ramirez, STEM multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Juan Jose Ramirez, CTE honors grad, RGB lead. Luis Gabriel Ramirez, RGB lead, business and industry endorsement. Yasmin Ramirez, RGB lead, STEM endorsement. Adrian Ramirez Calles, Arts and Humanities endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Giancarlo Ramirez Garcia, Arts and Humanities endorsement, multidisciplinary studies endorsement. Austin Ray Ramos, RGV Lead, Business and Industry Endorsement. Gabriel Ramos, RGV Lead, Public Service Endorsement. John Luke Ramos, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar.
Miranda Julianne Ramos, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Omar Ramos, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Oscar Ramos, Business and Industry, Multidisciplinary Studies. Roberto Ramos Jr., RGV Lead, STEM. Emily Ray Rangel, RGV Lead, UT On-Ramps. Aleida Regosa, AP Program Graduate, CTE Honor Grad. Esteban Sergio Renteria, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License. Alfredo J. Resendez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Maria Fernanda Reyes, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Melissa Reyes, STEM Public Services. Brandy Nicole Reyna, AP Program Grad, CTE Honor Grad. Caitlin Michelle Riley, Business and Industry, Arts and Humanity. Ruben Rivera Jr., Multidisciplinary Study, Business and Industry License. Kayla Crystal Rivera Cuevas, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Fabian Robledo, Public Services, Multidisciplinary Studies. Nathan Ryan Rocha, RGV Lead, STEM. Leonel Rodea Suarez, RGV Lead, STEM. Alan Gabriel Rodriguez, RGV Lead, STEM. Alondra Isabel Rodriguez, magna cum laude, AP Program Graduate. Andre Rodriguez, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Scholar. Ashley Marie Rodriguez, RGV Lead, Public Services. Cielo Ruby Rodriguez, AP Program Graduate, CTE Honor Grad. Gabriel Rodriguez, RGV Lead, STEM. Gael Rodriguez, RGV Lead, STEM. J. Anthony Rodriguez, RGV Lead, Public Services. Jonathan Rodriguez, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry. Nathaniel Sage Rodriguez, magna cum laude, AP Capstone Certificate. Julio Cesar Rodriguez Tapia, RGV Lead, STEM. Daira Ilian Rojas Vasquez, International Baccalaureate Diploma, National Hispanic Scholar. Ivan Alexander Romero, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Grad. Jake Austin Romero, RGV Lead, STEM. Aaron Yandel Omar Romero Beas, National Hispanic Scholar, RGV Lead. Carol de Jesus Rosales, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Alondra Vianney Rosas, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Samantha Giselle Ruiz, Early Grad, Multidisciplinary Studies. Savannah Marie Ruiz, AP Program Graduate, National Honor Society. Aiden Michael Science, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Kathleen Science, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Adrian Salinas, RGV Lead, UT On-Ramps. Brian Salinas, RGV Lead, Public Services. Diego Adolfo Salinas, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Juan Antonio Salinas III, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Kayla Mia Salinas, AP Program Graduate, CTE Honor Grad. Miley Eve Salinas, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License and Certificate. Sarah Isel Salinas, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Grad. Sebastian Salinas, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Hector Yael Salinas Guillermo, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License Certificate. Abigail Sanchez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Aiden Andres Sanchez, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Brenda Sanchez, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Ricardo Sanchez, Multidisciplinary Studies, DLA. Rudy Sanchez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Rufina Itzel Sanchez, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License Certificate. Victoria Sanchez, cum laude, International Baccalaureate Diploma candidate. Monica Anaí Sanchez Castillo, RGV Lead, Public Services. Samantha Alexis Sanchez Garcia, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Carolina Sandoval, Public Services, Multidisciplinary Studies. Hector Javier Sandoval, RGV Lead, STEM. Isaac Santoyo Rostrian, cum laude, AP Capstone Certificate. Oscar Julian Sauceda, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Gavin Matthew Scalise, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Genesis Raylan Schneider, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Aubrey Danelle Sepulveda, AP Program Graduate, RGV Lead. Mina Bea Serrata, AP Program Graduate, STEM. Sean Francis Shorthill, RGV Lead, STEM. Haley Danielle Silva, AP Program Grad, CTE Honor Grad. Jasmine Michelle Silva, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Yareli Anaí Silva Flores, RGV Lead, STEM. Tristan Lewis Smith, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Alexia Marisol Solano, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Juan Jose Solano IV, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Brielle Dene Solis, AP Capstone, National Hispanic Scholar. Brittany Solis, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Sarah Michelle Stiegel, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Angelina Marie Tamez, AP Capstone, RGV Lead. Michael Alexander Tavares, RGV Lead, STEM. Cameron Deshawn Terry, RGV Lead, STEM. Devin Marcus Terry, RGV Lead, STEM. Daniela Tijerina, RGV Lead, UT On-Ramps. Damaris Yosandi Toledo, RGV Lead, STEM. Margelle Geraldine Tornado, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Alani Janae Torres, AP Capstone, AP Program Graduate. Azael Jeremiah Torres, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Emmanuel Torres, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Catherine Isabel Garza, Early Grad, Multidisciplinary Studies. Maria Torres, UT On-Ramps, Early Graduate. Edgar Torres Munoz, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Jeremy Nathaniel Torres, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Ricardo Tovar Jr., CTE Honors Stoll, RGV Lead. Carolyn Marie Townsend, magna cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Luke Edwin Townsend, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Chelsea Joy Trejo, AP Program Graduate, UT On-Ramps. Andrew Trevino, STEM, Arts and Humanities. Efraim Justin Trevino, National Hispanic Scholar, AP Program Graduate. J. Diadem Trevino, AP Program Grad, STEM. Miguel Adan Trevino Jr., AP Program Graduate, STEM. Mina Renee Trevino, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Dasha Eilish Urbina, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Evan Anthony Valdez Cabañas, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Noemi Valencia, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Ashley Varela, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Aliana Nicole Vargas, RGV Lead, Business and Industry. Oralia Vargas, Public Services, Multidisciplinary Studies. Krista Dennis Vega Cerrato, STEM, Arts and Humanities. Jesus Isai Venegas, RGV Lead, UT On-Ramps. Jason Alexander Villarreal, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License. Maximus James Villarreal, RGV Lead, STEM. Michael Villarreal, International Baccalaureate Diploma, NHS. Daniela Aide Villegas, cum laude, AP Program Grad. Mario Manuel Villegas, RGV Lead, STEM. Whitney Lene Weaver, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Emily Gianna Watley, CTE Honor Grad, RGV Lead. Catherine Page Williamson, magna cum laude, AP Capstone Certificate. Pearl Lizette Whitty, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Ayan Yamada, cum laude, National Hispanic Scholar. Austin Ethan Yanez, CTE Honor Stoll, RGV Lead. Landon Alexander Ibarra, Business and Industry, Multidisciplinary Studies. Jairo Jose Zapien Moreno, RGV Lead, STEM. Nathaniel Lee Zaragoza, RGV Lead, NHS. Mari Jose Zarate, RGV Lead, STEM. Clarissa Yamileth Maldonado, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Brianna Zertucci, Multidisciplinary Studies, Business and Industry License Certificate. Joanna Orta, STEM, Arts and Humanities. Terry Zuniga, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Samuel Antonio Ordonez, Arts and Humanities, Multidisciplinary Studies. Ladies and gentlemen, we present to you McAllen High School's class of 2024. Congratulations.
Parents, Board of Trustees, and Dr. Rene Gutierrez, I present to you the McAllen High School graduating class of 2024. Great job. 551 Mac High grads. At this time, will our McAllen Choir Chorale please approach the stage for the singing of our senior song? The McAllen Chorale would like to dedicate this song to Moira Claire Arney. As we look back at the 2023-2024 school year, I believe we can all agree that we are blessed to be here together tonight to celebrate our senior class. The McAllen Choir Chorale members will help us reflect on our years together with the singing of our class song, Now and Then, by the Beatles, followed by a senior video capturing a few of our senior events this school year. Thank you to the McAllen Choir Chorale. At this time, please take a moment. I went too far in the script. I can mess up sometimes, right? So, all right. So, big round of applause to our McAllen Choir Chorale as they get ready to sing our senior song. Thank you, McAllen Choir Chorale. At this time, please take a moment to enjoy your senior video created by Sienna Marie Madrigal, Quentin Cavazos, and Catherine Klein.
I bet y'all having a good time out there.
The video! Yeah! Don't stop the party. Don't stop the party. I'm running through the world like a running back. Yeah. Scarface, world's mind running back. Yeah. 30,000 people in here and all of me. 80,000 people in London, Wembley. 90,000 people in Morocco, and I'm just getting warmed up. Catch me with red one in Stockholm, Beirut Cafe, getting my drink on. With all the pretty women here, all of them sweet. Dale di fruta, dale di fruta. They can't, they won't, they never will. Stop the party, stop the party. They can't, they won't, they never will. Stop the party.
I bet y'all having a good time out there.
Yeah, Slinkies. And now I'm doing shows in Helsinki. I know what y'all thinking that you can outthink me, but you can't, frankly. I'm out for the Benjis, Frankies, you know. Just cause you ain't me, don't hate me. As a matter of fact, you should thank me, even if you don't, you're welcome, Yankees. Zigga, zow. Who got the keys to the world now? Yours truly. Blah, 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 blah. They can't, they won't, they never will. Stop the party, stop the party. They can't, they won't, they never will. Stop the party.
I bet y'all having a good time out there.
You know, as we come to the end of this phase of our life, we find ourselves trying to remember the good times and trying to forget the bad times. We find ourselves thinking about the future. We start to worry, thinking, what am I going to do? Where am I going to be in 10 years? Please, don't worry so much. Because in the end, none of us have very long on this earth. Life is fleeting. And if you're ever distressed, cast your eyes to the summer sky. And the stars are strung across the velvety night. And when a shooting star streaks through the blackness, turning night into day, make a wish. Make your life spectacular.
I always knew this day would come. We'd be standing one by one with our future in our hands. So many dreams, so many plans. I always knew after all these years there'd be laughter, there'd be tears. But never thought I'd walk away with so much joy, but so much pain. And it's so hard to say goodbye. Every day that we had, all the good, all the bad, I'll keep them here inside. All the times that we shared, every place, everywhere, you touched my life. Yeah, one day we'll look back, we'll smile and we'll laugh. But right now we just cry, 'cause it's so hard to say
As president of the senior class of 2024, I would like all the members of the class to please stand. Now join me in our tassels. Now join me in crossing our tassels from right to left. The crossing of our tassels symbolizes our transaction from McAllen High School students to McAllen High School graduates. Congratulations, everyone. We did it. And I just wanted to say, 16 on me, 16 on 3. 1, 2, 3, 16.
The Mac High Alma Mater will be led this evening by our Mac High Choral Choir members. If you would like to join us in our traditional school song, the Alma Mater is located on the back cover of your program. Please stand, and if you would like to, join Pinkies for the singing of our Alma Mater.
Congratulations. You may be seated. So my final closing remarks. As the Mackay Crowds walk into the stage, Patrick, Deborah, Leah, we love you guys. Thank you for sharing Moira with us. So as many of you know, this is my last year as principal of McAllen High School. It has been my pleasure to serve our community, our teachers, and our students for the past 11 years. Mackay has been a second home to me, filled with unforgettable memories, challenges, and triumphs. As a fellow graduate of McAllen High School, I take immense pride in having had the opportunity to come full circle and give back to the institution that has shaped my own future. I hope I have served you all well and contributed to a nurturing environment where each of you could thrive. Your journey through these halls has prepared you for the vast opportunities and challenges that lie ahead. You've shown resilience, dedication, and a spirit that I am confident will carry you far. Remember that learning is a lifelong journey. Learning is a lifelong journey, and that the values and knowledge you've gained here today will be your compass. I want you to listen to the words of the song Graduation by Vitamin C. I would try to sing it, but I don't know if I can make it happen. But here we kind of go, right? So it goes like, y'all want to kind of help me with this words, you can help me too, right? So it says, we will think about tomorrow like we think about now. Can we survive it out there? Can we make it somehow? I guess I thought this would never end, and suddenly it's like we're women and men. Will the past be a shadow that will fill us around? Will these memories fade when I leave this town? I keep thinking that it's not goodbye. I keep on thinking it's time to fly. As we go on, we remember all the good times we had together. And as our lives change, come whatever, we will still be friends forever. I wish you all, seniors, the success, happiness, and fulfillment in the next chapter of your lives. Thank you for allowing me, your principal, to be a part of your story. Congratulations to the class of 2024. Once a bulldog, always a bulldog. We are Mac High.
Class of 2024, please stand. Once more, loud and proud, all together now. We are.
All right, graduates, this time, please return to your seats and wait to get dismissed by rows. Right now, we're going to welcome our Mac High drum line to come right here to the center. Our Mac High drum line will lead us out. At this time, I'd like to thank our Board of Trustees, our Superintendent of Schools, and our Mac High Vertical team. Thank you very much. Just a reminder that tonight, guys, we have Project Celebration will be held at the main event center. Please make sure you get to the doors by 11, 12 o'clock. If you're running late, send me a message on Twitter. Today, we have $9,000 worth of prizes to give away to you. Drumline, at this time, you may begin.
myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces